Oh my gosh, guys. Can you believe it? We have a special guest. We have a special guest. This is a unique Ariel's Entertainment podcast. So thank you so much for watching. We got the lights there. We got everything going down, guys. Ibeth is in the house. Here we go. Ariel's Entertainment podcast. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh, guys. What do you know? What do you know? Today is Wednesday, I think the 16th. Let me see if that's correct. You know what it is. Wednesday the 16th September. It's an evening right now. We have an amazing, awesome, unique guest here on Ariel's Entertainment Podcast, guys. Shout out to Ibeth, Vivaldo, my soulmate. You know where it's at. What's up, Ibeth?
Hey, babe.
Hey, so we're in this right now because we wanted to give everybody a shout out on when they go take a tour to Yellowstone National Park. We did a tour together to Yellowstone National Park. It was dope. We were there for a few days, and we got a lot to talk about that. So that's the topic today is Yellowstone National Park. So everybody that's watching right now, what can I do in Yellowstone? How many days does it take? How many hours does it take? This is from Denver, Colorado to there. So we have some info for you guys. So thank you so much for joining us. This is an awesome Ariel's Entertainment podcast. My website, arielent.com. What else? My Instagram, Ariel ENTPOD. Ariel ENTPOD. We got a packed show. It's going to be an amazing show. It's about traveling. It's one of my favorite things. One of my passions about life is traveling. And we'll get to that in just a second. If you guys like this, which I know you will, like, subscribe, follow. Ibeth's doing that already. She watches every video all day. I swear it's on replay. And I did that. So shout out to everybody watching right now. We are very grateful. What else? We're gonna jump into the prayer. That's why everybody watches Ariel's Entertainment Podcast. That's their favorite part is the prayer. Before we get into the prayer, like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you so much. Yellowstone National Park is the topic. Ariel ENT. Oh yeah, I forgot to talk about the store. Here we go. Here's the store. arielent.com. Stickers, pens, goes in for free when you buy a t-shirt, white t-shirt. You know what? I saw my dad working the other day in the garage. People wear this in the garage. He was wearing the white tee. I've never seen my dad so more handsome than that. He was in the garage working hard, and I asked if I could help him. He said, "No, son." He said, "Go back into the kitchen and let man be out here, okay?" I said, "Okay." My dad's a man. He's awesome. He's amazing. Shout out to my dad, my mom. Love you guys. And we're going to be there soon. We'll be there soon. Coco's coming too. And we're going to get to the prayer. Thank you, God, for this amazing day, this amazing evening. Thank you for our perfect health. Thank you for Ibeth coming onto the show and sharing her wisdom and happiness. Thank you so much for coming on the show, babe. Everybody listening, thank you, God, for everybody listening to this podcast. Thank you, God, for everybody putting the word out there about Ariel's Entertainment Podcast. Thank you, God, for the food that's stored at the shelves, at the stores. Thank you, God, for our amazing families. Thank you, God, for our grandparents and our brothers, nieces, and nephews, moms and dads. Keep them safe and sound. Make sure they have perfect health. Thank you, God, for our jobs. Thank you, God, for our transportation. Thank you, God, for the small blessings in our lives that we don't realize, but we do. Like our arms working perfectly, our lungs working perfectly. We have all perfect ribs. Everything is so amazing. So thank you, God, for all our blessings of our body and life and everything. There's just so much to be grateful for. That's what I do, guys. I just say what I'm thankful for, and you know what? It's there in reality. It's so amazing. Yellowstone National Park. Ibeth, let us know who you are and any social medias where we can follow you. I'm so excited about this.
Well, I'm Ibeth. I am a point-of-care specialist, a medical laboratory scientist, but really I'm a runner. I'm a biker. I love being active and being with my boyfriend and my cat and my family. And you can find me on Instagram at Coconut Sunny.
See, there you go. Yo, so tell us about when we took a trip to Yellowstone National Park. What made you want to go there?
So I've always loved national parks.
Yeah. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I just this is her first podcast, guys. So let's give it up to Ibeth. This is her first podcast. Everybody's gonna be watching. So here we go. What made you want to go to Yellowstone National Park?
So I love national parks. I'm from Illinois. So when I first moved out of here, I went straight to Rocky Mountain National Park and I fell in love. And ever since then, I've just been trying to go to national parks. I actually took him first to Rocky Mountain National Park, and I couldn't believe he's never been there. So we caught the bug together, and Yellowstone is definitely the place to go. It's the first national park ever. This was our second time trying to go. Oh, third, and we finally made it.
We finally made it to Yellowstone National Park, guys. We went to Grand Teton. That was great, and we'll get to that too. Did you, as growing up, did you hear about Yellowstone National Park, or is that when did you realize you wanted to go to Yellowstone, babe?
I think, I grew up in the Midwest, so you don't really think about national parks. Well, I didn't at that point. So I kind of just remember reading about it in books and everything. But once I came to Colorado and I saw Rocky Mountain National Park, I was like, I have to go to Yellowstone. Like, that's the first park.
Yeah, I believe, man, I'm telling you, Yellowstone is so cool. You got to go, guys. So the first thing we're going to jump into Yellowstone National Park, of course, is Old Faithful. That was a place we wanted to go see the first time, and we weren't able to because we were snowed out.
Yeah.
So this is a second time we went. The roads were closed because of fire.
Yep.
So third time's a charm, and we finally made it to Old Faithful, guys. I'll put up one picture. I think I got to put a couple pictures here. I'll just put them up here soon. We got the Old Faithful. We went there. That was so cool. We got a video of it, so I'll put a video up here too, so you guys can check that out. Old Faithful, we got it blows off every 90 minutes
or so. Mm-hmm.
The drive up there is really cool. It's about 40 to 45 miles an hour. I keep it to the speed limit. A lot of people like to pass you in speed, especially if they have trailers too. They like to go super fast. Well, how did you like the drive up to Old Faithful?
I really like that.
Yeah.
I'm the co-pilot, so I just guide. And even though sometimes he doesn't listen to my directions, we get there safe and sound. I just love being the co-pilot. I love reading the maps. I love reading the newspapers that you always get from the national parks.
Yeah, that's like the best part about going, huh?
That's the best part.
Nice. Yep. Cool. Yeah, so we went up there from Denver to Yellowstone. It was about 8 hours.
8 hours. We stayed at Rawlings this last time just to kind of give us a head start. And then from Rawlings, we went straight to Yellowstone, which was about like 6 hours.
Mm-hmm.
It's a great drive.
Easy drive. Mostly highway, I-25 to West 80. And then we jumped on this road that takes us to Jackson. What is it? Jackson, Wyoming.
Mm-hmm.
We've been there when it was summer, and we've been there in the wintertime. And both have been really, really beautiful.
Love Jackson.
Jackson, Wyoming is where it's at, guys.
Yep.
Where do you recommend where we can go stay? Where's a good place to stay if you're making a trip out to Yellowstone, besides staying at Yellowstone?
I really like staying in Jackson. It's pretty expensive, but you just get to be the center of everything. Jackson has such beautiful restaurants. You're right in the middle to Teton. You're 30 minutes from Teton, less than 30. And then from there, another 30 minutes to Yellowstone. So I'd recommend staying in Jackson, Wyoming. Definitely.
Yep. We recommend, what's that one town where there was a good Pizza Hut? It was Rockstone or something like that? I don't remember.
No, I think that was Rawlings.
Oh, really?
The first night?
I don't know. No, last time we were coming home. Got that pizza.
That was Rawlings.
Really?
Yeah, that was Rawlings.
Interesting. So stop there. They got really nice motels there. They got really good stuff there. We didn't even know that. Mm-hmm. We were staying in Pindale. But if I knew about this one, this is what we recommend. That's what I recommend. What do you think? Do you like Pindale?
No.
So I would stay at Rawlins, right?
Rawlings or Jackson. Rawlings a good head start from Denver, just to get a head start, and then stay in Jackson your other night.
Yeah, exactly. And then when you come back, stay at Rawlins.
Mm-hmm.
They got really good motels there. Even if you go to hotels.com, we didn't see them there.
No. Mm-mm.
Interesting. But that's what we from that drive. That's why it's better to drive, I feel, because you can see more things and it just feels better. What do you think about the drive?
I like driving when I'm the co-pilot. Before Corona, I just like to fly. For me, it was so much easier to fly.
Yeah.
But I don't mind being co-pilot.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I just have to make sure that the snacks keep going and
Yep.
the directions are good.
Yep. Snacks. Sometimes the directions are not that good too. They can be a 99.9 perfect, but then there's sometimes the directions will just throw you on a weird turn.
Yep. Like when we were coming back home, I kept taking us through Nebraska, and I kept saying, I don't want to go through Nebraska. I want to go through this way.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, so make sure you guys check on your maps and stuff that it's you update it or check on it because it will throw you on a different route.
Yeah.
So remember that. Another thing about Yellowstone, when we went, we stayed in Jackson, Wyoming, like I said, and then the next day we went to the south side to Yellowstone. We went through Grand Teton. The Grand Teton National Park is another national park. If you guys can take another day, or in the wintertime, they're open.
Yeah.
So in the wintertime, Grand Teton, go check it out. It's really beautiful.
Jenny Lake is the best. It's so beautiful with the winter trees. Yeah. It's like you're in the North Pole. So beautiful.
Yeah. And then like in the summer right now, I just wanted to get away from it. It was crazy. I thought the lake was never going to go away. So that was a great time. When we went from Grand Teton, we've been there in the wintertime. Like we said, we've been in the summertime. Both are amazing. You're both driving next to the lake. And when you take Grand Teton on the south side, getting to Yellowstone National Park, you get to Yellowstone National Park. We wanted to first, get your season pass. We spent a season pass, $80, $70? $80. And you can go to all national parks.
All of them.
All of them. Check that out. All national parks. That's what that season pass gives you. Yep. And it lasts for a year. $80. Highly recommend it. We went 4 times because we went through Grand Teton. That's one park. Yep. And then from there, we have to get to Yellowstone. That's another park. They don't count it as, even though they're right next to each other, they don't count as one. They're both different. So that's twice that you would have to pay
$35
if you didn't already have the pass. Yep. So we went there 4 times in 2 days. And that just pays itself. So make sure you guys get the season pass, $80. We got ours at Rocky Mountain National Park because I showed her where it was at.
And you can skip the line at Rocky Mountain National Park. You just go through the side swiper, the automatic one. That's worth it.
Definitely worth it. So check that out. Let me see here. What I was gonna say, once we went from Grand Teton from Yellowstone, we wanted to go to Old Faithful, but like I said, it was a fire, so we instead went the opposite direction, which was even more amazing.
It was. So that part was more it looks so different from where Old Faithful is. So it's going more east, and you see a lot more water there. What are the 2 lakes that are there? They have the Midway Geyser over there. That's so beautiful.
I'm going to share some pictures here with you guys. Even though it might be what she's talking about, I'm going to show some pictures here of the trip right now.
Yes.
On
the east side, it's Lewis Lake and Jackson Lake.
Here we go.
So going that with east, you see much more water. Where you go to Old Faithful, there's less water.
Here we go, guys. We do this live, like my boy Burmis says all the time. Check that out. That was a hike that we went on. That's what we'll do. We'll pull up a picture and say our favorite thing about it, and then we'll just move on. Cool. I don't remember this hike. Do you remember this hike?
Yes, I do. So this was the first hike that we were trying to go to Old Faithful. He was so sad that he couldn't make it, and I was being positive. I was like, no, we're going to find a great hike. We're going to find a great hike. So lo and behold, I tell him to pull over at this one, and we found this awesome hike. He wanted to quit, kind of, but I pumped him up.
I didn't want to quit this hike.
You were like, are we there yet? But we did it. It was such an awesome hike. It's not that bad. I think it was like just 5 miles, so it was really easy. And you can get to the way top of that natural bridge. You can't stand on it, but it's such a beautiful hike because you hike one way and then you come back, you do a loop, and it's such a beauty. What was your favorite part about it?
like she said, it is such a beauty. We first got there and there wasn't much people because I think school's about to start. It was a week. Oh yeah, when you guys go, this is the secret. Go on a weekday because everybody's at school, everybody's at work. So go on a weekday. Right now is a great time to go too because everybody's at because of the corona situation. People are being safe there too, so that's pretty cool. So you can be safe, wear your mask. Everybody's wearing a mask, and then but yeah, this hike, the trail was cool, and then you get to the main point of the hike, and you're like, this is cool. This is a great waterfall. I bet it's really nice during the winter time. But then you can go up it, and that's the most magical part. You get to this one part, and it's just another. You're seeing all this view of trees. You're seeing this. What was the name of this bridge?
Natural Bridge.
Natural Bridge.
And that's the thing. We didn't know what it was, what we were hiking to. We're just like, okay, Natural Bridge, whatever, we'll go.
Yeah.
So just have no expectations, and you'll be amazed.
There's so many things to do there too, right, babe?
So many things.
So many things to do. There's so many hikes, just random hikes on the side of the road, and you just want to pull over. Hey, let's go here. Wait, we got to go to this one. It's really cool. Let's go to the next picture. Recommend this hike. Go check it out, guys. It is so awesome. Let's check out the next picture here. This is a flower.
Yes.
Tell us about the flower, babe. What made you take that?
I love one of the many gems of the national parks, I think, are the flowers they have. Like Rocky Mountain has such beautiful flowers. So I was always on the lookout for flowers, and YellowStone was just filled with these beautiful flowers. That one's purple, but there was yellow ones, there were pink ones, and that just looked so beautiful how it was growing between the branches.
Yeah. I just was walking, then I looked behind me. You're just taking this picture. I'm like, yeah, I understand. I rarely took my phone with me because I probably might lose it, but basically because I don't know. I don't think about. I'm just so amazed. I don't even got time to take a picture. I understand. I mean, if you do that, you can do it. You do it. But for me, I'm just holy cow.
Yes, you're more like amazed and taking the moment, which I do too.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
As someone who grew up in the Midwest and is not used to mountains and this kind of terrain, I'm still so fascinated by it. And sharing with my family.
I think it's so cool you can do that. I love that. I love that about you. You can do that. That's really cool. Yeah, so that's go check out Yellowstone National Park. Let's go to the next picture here.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. This is one of our favorite ones.
Yes.
This is one of the great ones, guys. I think this is our background, I think.
Yes. This is the Midway Geyser Basin. That's the name of it where you pull off. This is the Grand Prismic Lake, which is one of the most, next to Old Faithful, one of the most known hikes or images of Yellowstone. Pictures don't do it justice.
It doesn't at all. And the weather doesn't at all. It was just a magical weather. It was about 55 degrees. It was, I can't explain the rain. It rained, but it didn't rain. It rained hard, and then it rained lighted, and then it stopped.
Right.
Thundered, lightning, and then we were like, we out. But go check this one out. As you can tell, there wasn't that many people. Go to Old Faithful. Wow, it's just... there's just a lot of people too there. People are just having a great time and waiting for it patiently. It was messing with us.
It was teasing us. Giving us a lot of teasers. So just be patient.
Yep. Yeah. If I tricked us probably 6-7 times, it would just throw up a little bit. Everybody everybody would be ready with their phone, and then it didn't go. And then it would be like, maybe that was it. People really thought maybe that was it, but finally, just be patient. She'll go, and sometimes she'll go the first time. It's just.
And when you get there, I didn't notice this. Maybe you noticed it when we got there.
What?
There's a sign that says next estimated time.
Yeah.
So it would say 12:40 p.m.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that when we first got there because I was running to get there. I didn't want to miss it.
Yeah.
But if you have time, check out the sign. That gives you a better idea because we were just kind of vibing off what people were saying. Oh, a couple minutes, 5 minutes, 6 minutes.
20 minutes.
20 minutes. So
yeah, we waited about 20-25 minutes. But yeah, so once you park your car, I know it's really, if I had to do it all over and somebody told me, this is what I would tell them. Go there, park your car, go to the nearest, store. There's a lot of stores around there. So I know it's confusing. When you park, it's just a lot. I
Yeah.
know. But go to like the closest store. There's stores there you can buy what's it called? Merchandise. Local
Souvenirs.
Souvenirs. You can buy souvenirs. And there's a TV, and it tells you right when you walk in the door, there's a TV that tells you when it's gonna go off. So just a heads up.
Yes.
Yep, go check that out. Old Faithful, it's amazing. It's just there's another one behind it. So that one was going crazy. Old Faithful was taking its time, and then finally when Old Faithful went up, everybody was like, yeah. And then you can go hike too.
Around the entire, there's so many other geysers.
Yeah, there's other, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man.
But Old Faithful was not my favorite geyser.
What was your favorite geyser?
My favorite geyser was the Midway geyser. So that's the one there's got a bunch of little geysers surrounding Jackson Lake. And it's just so beautiful because there's so many geysers, but you have a beautiful lake in the back. And then there's this called a fishing cone. Yep. So it's like literally like a cone in the middle of the lake or right there by the lake. And they said fishermen would just drop their fish right in there after catching it. And it's really cool to see because Ariel said that it's not always steaming, but this time it was definitely steaming.
Yeah.
So beautiful.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think this geyser right here was the one that you're talking about. Is one of those. One of those,
right.
Okay. So there's this, we didn't even expect this.
No, not at all.
Okay, so remember I told you we were like, oh man, we can't go to Old Faithful because of the fire. So we went to the opposite direction. So we end up just driving along Jackson Lake.
Yep.
And that was just beautiful as itself.
So beautiful.
And we're like, okay, let's just drive back and check out the geyser. And when I saw like when she made geyser, I thought the one that was just like the side of the road where this person was just there. And I was like, yeah, let's go park and go check it out. No. So just park. It's weird. The driving is a little weird. You'll get used to it the second day you'll know what you're doing. But first day we recommend just adventure out.
Yep.
First day, just adventure out. It's a square. Once you enter, it's a huge square kind of circle thing, and just drive it. Just drive it. Just drive it. My cousin said that our RVs, certain type of RVs, are only invited in there. My cousin had a huge luxury RV, and they told him when he drove all the way with that trailer, like, you can't bring that in here. That's too big. So they had to park it at some person that they knew. So it's, long story short, they parked it somewhere else, and they did not appreciate that. So make sure you guys know your trailer is legit sized to go in there. Just a heads up. The fishing cone. Oh my goodness, guys, look up the fishing cone here at Yellowstone National Park. And just go to this lake. This lake is just ridiculous. We parked it, and it has a bunch of these tons of glaciers around. And you can walk. There's a hike. You can just go a peaceful hike. Can you believe it? There was only 5 of us, 6 of us, maybe less than 10 people there.
During sunset, which just made it so much more beautiful.
Goodness.
So on one side you have like the beautiful, like this picture has like the forest, beautiful. And then the other side, you have beautiful Yellowstone Lake. So, and at sunset time.
Oh my goodness. What was that place called one more time?
Midway Geyser Basin.
That's the number one. We didn't reach the more of the north side. And what else? Like the north.
Yeah, we didn't hit the north at all.
Yeah, we didn't hit the north at all. So, and north is huge. We didn't catch the northwest, and we didn't catch the northeast of it because we were busy on mostly the south part.
Yeah, right. Because we stayed in Jackson.
And it's weird that there's a road that goes around the Jackson Lake too, and we were even close touching it. So I can't even believe it. Right. What else do we recommend? Make sure you take some Jingle Bells.
Oh, yep. Yeah, so when you go hiking, it's obviously bear country and other big predators. So when we go hiking, we carry bells, and I just bought these at Hobby Lobby. So when you're walking, he was carrying the bells, so he was just jingling them like this, and they're like the choir ones.
Yep.
And then I always have bear spray. And you have to have bear spray in hand. You can't have it in your book bag because if a predator jumps out at you, you're not going to have time to ungrab it, unzip it. So always carry your bear spray on one hand and your jingle bells on the other.
Yeah.
And that's obviously to avoid predators. I love bears, but I do not want to see them in person.
Yeah. So it's exactly well said. I'm not going to repeat that. If you guys don't know, you don't know. Get a bear spray and then make sure you just have some. I know people carry guns just to be protection. I know people carry blades with them, knives just for protection. Because you never know. Something might just jump out. And then bear spray, guys. And then the jingle bells just so that
they hear you.
The animals can hear that far away and they'll stay away from you. And then if you don't have any of that, just talk loud, play your music on your iPhone, even though the nature doesn't like that. It is what it is. What else? That's what we recommend. Sunblock, of course, if you believe in that.
They tell you to hike in threes, and for us, it's just two of us. So that's why we do like the music and the jingle bells and the bear spray. Obviously, would love just to take in nature and be quiet, but you have to alert animals so that way they're not startled by you, and vice versa.
Yep.
Plenty of water.
Oh yes, plenty of water, snacks. We take a lot of fruit, carrots, lettuce,
peanut butter and jelly.
Peanut butter jelly sandwiches. Oh my goodness. It's making me hungry. Don't talk about that. We got a great dinner waiting for us right now. Yeah, just snacks. Just be ready for the whole day. We woke up early and just got there like at 9.
Yeah, I mean, we got there, I think the earliest time we got there was around 8 o'clock, and we left the park at 8 o'clock. So when we go, we're there all day, sunset, sunrise, and just get as much as you can.
It's just so beautiful, guys.
Mm-hmm.
Wait till you go. So Yellowstone National Park, go check it out. We've been there in the wintertime too. It's a trip. We're not able to get into Yellowstone during the wintertime, but we did check out Grand Teton National Park, and that's amazing too. In the wintertime, that place is open. Go check that out. They got a great lake, and they got a couple hikes too. We went on a hike during the wintertime. It was just snowing, and I got scared. I was scared the whole time hiking. We didn't have no bells. We didn't have no bear spray.
We had bear spray, but I guess something to just be thoughtful is that Grand Teton and even Yellowstone, it's so diverse. So where we were the first day.
Oh yeah, I don't know why this picture's still up.
It's a whole different world where Old Faithful is from. So Old Faithful, it was like 15 degrees, colder, cloudier. It was beautiful, but when you're on the other side where Natural Bridge is, it's sunnier, it's more beautiful. So just keep in mind that it's a whole different world, even within Yellowstone.
Yeah. Before you get into Yellowstone, it's about 87 degrees. You get into the part where we were at, where that hike was. No. Yeah, where that hike
where
was.
The Prismatic was.
Yeah, the Prismatic.
It was like 50 degrees.
Yeah.
And raining.
Yeah, and raining and thundering.
Yep.
Yeah, so be ready. Get your water boots or water sandals, right?
Yeah, or your hiking boots. And then I had my waterproof jacket. He had his poncho.
Yeah.
I mean, we had winter clothes and we had summer clothes all for the same day. Because you never know.
Yep.
You never know.
And we stayed in Jackson. So check that out where you can how far do you planning out? 2 months?
I think we planned maybe like 2 months out. I think the biggest thing for me, I'm the planner. So I just want to make sure that we have hotels figured out and kind of have an idea of what we're going to do. I think the first time we tried to go to Yellowstone, I tried to like way over planning. So day 1, we're going to do Old Faithful. Day 2, we're going to do this. And day 3. So I think try not to plan. Just figure out your hotel accommodations, food, stuff like that. But so when you get there, just forget it. Just take it all in and just enjoy it. You never know what you'll find. Like I never thought we would find Natural Bridge. And that was my favorite hike out of the entire trip.
Yeah, guys. Yeah, great advice, Ibeth. What I was gonna say, make sure when you guys get there, watch out for it in the evenings and mornings and dusk, because that's when the animals come out and they get kind of crazy.
Yep, dusk and dawn. That's when they come out.
Yep. So watch out for that. Just drive. For me, I drive the speed limit, but people speed, and I don't care. So just a heads up on that. People do speed. I don't know why. So there are park rangers everywhere. they're chill. They didn't bother me at all. They're awesome.
Yeah.
We did that. We did to Old Faithful. We did those beautiful. We did it all. Is there what else? You have any other else you recommend about Yellowstone?
I think.
Because I talked about the animals as well.
I think when when we were doing when we're coming back is we were just stopping at every single stop, not knowing what was there, but we knew, like, for example, like the Heart Lake, we didn't know how long that hike was because it doesn't tell you that on the map, and you obviously have limited service when you're there. I think what I learned when we were coming back, we stopped at all the stops and just got an idea of like, okay, next time this hike is 12 miles, this hike is 3 miles, just to have a better idea to come back with more ideas. Something I did when I was co-piloting, anything that I really wanted to come back and see, I just like wrote notes on the map itself to come back next time. So, because in a year I might not remember exactly everything that we saw.
Notes from
note taker.
From time to places she loved to places she wanted to stay next time. So that's a highly recommendation, is to take a notepad and just write down notes like your favorite places to stay, or right, because for us we'd be like, oh, we drive this town, like, oh, they got Pizza Hut here, we'll call them next time we come through town next time, because we didn't know. So when we're coming back, we'll be like, hey, let's call that place Pizza Hut. You guys get the drift.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's great. Great
definitely
advice.
Take notes, because I think when we first went to Jackson, I kept a map and I was like, oh, this restaurant's really good, this one's really good, so then that way we didn't have to guess, and we're like, this pizza place is awful, so we knew not to order again.
Yeah. And
again, I just take notes because I'm not going to remember in a year.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even remember 2 days later.
Yeah.
For sure. So guys, that's what I highly recommend about Yellowstone National Park. That's why gas is cheap, about $2.20, I think, $2.09. Gas was cheap. Weather's beautiful. Make sure you go. If you want to go to Yellowstone, make sure you go before August, because at end of August, beginning of September, it snows and they shut that place down. So it's bad up there. I know that for sure. So go to Yellowstone if you want to see like the beautiful stuff. Go there before September. Wintertime, it's closed, I think, right?
So Yellowstone's only closed on the south entrance. So if you want to go to Yellowstone during the winter, you're going to have to go up north, which I think it's called Mammoth Springs. You're going to have to go in through Idaho and Montana.
How's that happen?
Because that's the main entrance. So I think they keep maintenance, kind of like Rocky Mountain National Park. They only keep maintenance. They close part of it.
So north side's always been
always open.
Been like the north side's always been the main spot of it.
Right.
Interesting. I didn't even know that.
So yeah, I think we didn't do that last time because it was another 4-hour drive just to get to that entrance from Jackson.
Interesting. I did not know that. Yeah. Okay. Thanks. See, I told you. All right. So check that out too. In wintertime, check out Grand Teton National Park though. Go check that place out. Check out Jackson, Wyoming during the wintertime. Just beautiful. So beautiful. That's it. Food. Yeah, the food's so amazing. Yeah. I can't even think of anything else. You got any, what advice do you got for people going to Yellowstone National Park or wanting to book a trip to Yellowstone? What do you have advice for them?
Take your time and have no expectations and just go with it. Like I said, I'm a huge planner and I was trying to overplan, over stressing, and I just wanted to get there at that point, and then I just took it in, and it was amazing. It was so good.
I was like, stop over planning. We're just gonna do it. We didn't even know. And oh man. Oh yeah, she was like, they're not open. The fire's turned off. The road's still blocked. I'm like, okay.
No.
And then finally she's like, the road's open. I'm like, I know, it's gonna be fine.
No, that's not how it went. The first day we went, it was closed because of the smoke fire. And I was like, okay, I'll just stay positive and I'll pray that it's going to be safe for us to go through. And he was like, I'm not even going to think about it. Whatever.
Yeah, I didn't want to think about it. I was so upset.
Yeah. So then that morning, the second day, I woke up and I checked. I'm like, okay, it's still closed. And I was like, okay, let's go to breakfast because I want to free breakfast.
Oh yeah, tell them about the breakfast. Okay. We forgot to tell you about the breakfast.
So I really recommend the Virginian for breakfast. It's just really simple, amazing, warm breakfast food. Yep. But for your dessert, or if you're more into I guess, hipster food, go to the Bunnery. The Bunnery has the best cinnamon rolls, the best sweets ever. They have really good oatmeal too.
Cinnamon rolls are just
out of this world.
I can't even explain the cinnamon rolls. Check them out. Homemade.
And the Virginian has the best biscuits too.
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
We're going back.
We're going back.
All right, guys. That's her advice. My advice is enjoy it. Just enjoy it. Just know that when you get in there, there's just so many things to do. I know there's a lot of sites you can go see here and there. Check those out, but just know that there's other stuff outside of the road that you can just hit up, and it's just really cool to see.
Yeah.
Take care of the animals, because a lot of people like to be ridiculous and get real close to them when you're not. What are you doing? So be gentle and respectful to the animals
and to the park.
Well, yeah, to the park itself.
We saw people.
There's signs that tell you do not step here because they're trying to save the land, or what would you call it? Save the ecosystem there.
There was erosion, but like there were grown adults just touching the geysers,
just jumping on them.
And I'm just like, oh,
what are you doing? So read the signs and be respectful to nature, guys, please. That's all I really got to say about Yellowstone National Park. It's so beautiful, guys. You got to go check it out. It's another world.
Yeah, another world within itself.
Stay from morning to sunset. Check out the sunset.
Yeah.
Nice, babe. I appreciate you coming on the show, guys. Ariel's Entertainment Podcast. This is where it's at. ArielENT.com. Ibeth, can you tell us your social media one more time where we can follow you?
Oh, yes. I'm on Instagram, Coconut Sunny. Coconut, you know how to spell it, and then Sunny with an O. SONNY.
You got it. ArielENT.com. It's where this is going to go up. Guys, thank you for your support. If you love this, I know it's kind of weird today, but it's legit. I love it. I love it, guys. I love it. More raw, more real. The more real it is. If you guys love this, like, subscribe, share, or follow. If you love this Yellowstone, be like, hey, dude, I know we were talking about we're going to go take a vacation to Yellowstone. I just saw this video on YouTube. Check it out. These guys know what they're talking about. So thank you so much for sharing. ArielENT.com is where it'll go up on all podcast platforms. Wherever you listen to podcasts, I'm there. Ariel's Entertainment Podcast. Check it out. I got music too. Sometimes I forget about my music and photography. Check that out too. Music and photography. ArielENT.com. Instagram, ArielENTPOD. How do you guys think about the new intro song? Let me know what you think. Much love. Ibeth, thank you so much for coming on the show. You have no idea. That was so much fun.
Thank you.
You already know. All right, guys. We're going to close it with the song. Much love. Thank you so much. Thank you for all your support. ArielENT.com for the store, too. We got t-shirts. Thank you so much, guys. God bless. Oh, I told you. We did it. Go to Yellowstone National Park. ArielENT.com is where this podcast will go. I'm on all podcast platforms, wherever you're listening to me, okay? ArielENT.com, guys. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. Thank you for subscribing. God bless. Take care. Drive safe.